Afternoon, YouTube. It is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle, the Happy Medium, and in this particular video topic up for discussion today, and off the back of a question of a student of mine yesterday, we're going to talk about getting it wrong in mediumship and why it's so important to get it wrong when you're doing your mediumship, either in a public demonstration, in a private setting, or just in that open circle. And the reason being is because if you can't get it wrong, you can't understand where it is that you need to brush up on your skills. For me personally, I've always enjoyed getting it wrong. The reason being, I quite like a challenge. Not everybody's like me, but for me personally, I really do like a challenge when it comes to my mediumship. So I always look for different communicators or for different people within the spiritual world who maybe do not get their voice. Reason being is because I constantly challenge my mind and challenge my mediumship, and ultimately will get it wrong, so that next time when I do communications like that, I will be able to understand them better and be able to give that evidence better when working a demonstration floor or on a private setting. Me personally, I think it's one of the best things in mediumship, or one of the best things to improve your mediumship, is to get it wrong. Now, people will say to me, what do you mean by getting it wrong? So you may get the name wrong, you may get the age wrong, you may get the condition wrong, you may get, the memory wrong, whatever it may be. And the beautiful thing about getting it wrong is that what happens is you have to go back to the spirit world. Now, for many people who ask me about how do they hold their connection with the spirit world better, or holding that blend a little more, or, just wanting to be that little bit closer to the spirit world, getting it wrong will get you that. Because what happens is we have to keep our mind in the spirit world. We have to talk to the communicator. Great way of building a relationship with the spirit world and with the loved one that you may have with you. So getting it wrong covers a canny few different sides of the lots of questions I get from you, the budding medium, them out there in the industry, and those who are just starting out on their mediumship journey. This getting it wrong will cover all them bases, which will also help you to continue to grow and evolve within your mediumship. By doing it and getting it wrong, it means that by stepping back into the spirit world and moving your mind back into that space, you can ask multiplied questions, ask for more information, which means that you're constantly keeping your mind over there. When we have budding mediums or people who are just starting out, they tend to jump between the two. So the mind's sometimes psychic, sometimes mediumistic. And what happens is we move further along the path, and as we get it more wrong, our mind needs to stay more here so that we're listening more to what the communicator is saying, or showing us images or feelings or whatever it may be that particular spirit is working with you in that way. So when people say to me, getting it wrong, it is actually a really, really good thing. Lots of mediums are frightened of getting it wrong. Lots of mediums are frightened to not accept that they are wrong and the spirit world is right. And then we have to take a look at where are you as the medium? Where's your mind? How much of you is interfering? Is the ego? I'm right, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I know because of this, that, and the other. And we have to be very careful between that line of wanting to prove survival, but not where we are absolutely pushing a message upon a person, because that's not our job as a medium. Our job is to prove survival, and we're to prove that, even where sitters may not know, we can then go back and still get a bit more information. But sometimes we have to accept that they can't take it at all, and all we can do is step back and say, unfortunately, I've got that wrong. Let it go. Keep moving. And that shows a great strength in you as the medium, that you can accept that you've got it wrong, or that they can't be taken in the room, and all you can do is say, well, that unfortunately I can't do anything more. Thank you for your time. And you just have to keep going as a medium. You have to accept that you have it wrong, and you've got to just keep moving. When it comes to getting the age wrong and things like that, going back, people say you should always be nailing it first time, nailing it, and the pressure upon mediums to nail it first time is so strong out there. Me personally, I don't nail it sometimes, but not all the time. I would say probably a good 80% of it I'm nailing it, more or less first or second go, but I never ever nail it 99.9% of the time, because it's just not possible. There's no way you can be that accurate. We all have a little bit of interference from us in some way, plus we're learning and we're growing, and you won't learn anything unless you're getting it wrong. If you're always getting it right and everybody's blasé about your work, then you will never learn anything, because you will become comfortable within your mediumship. You'll be comfortable in the position in which that you sit, and ultimately you will not grow from that place. You only grow when it becomes uncomfortable, when your work changes, or when you're getting it wrong. Because then you have to go back and look again at how you can improve your mediumship, how you improve yourself, and then step out forward again and continue to keep learning and growing. But even when you're getting it wrong, remember, you're improving your mediumship by holding the blend, or you're staying with the spirit world more, or you're listening more, so you're enhancing that clear range. You're getting all this sensory system, understanding it better, so that you can continue to improve and embrace your mediumship in your own unique way. So when people say to me, Danielle, what do you do when you get it wrong? My answer to you is, learn to accept that you get it wrong and see it is a learning curve, not a bash at your mediumship or a opportunity to dig yourself out or have a go at yourself because you've got it wrong. A lot of mediums will come to me and go, well, I got it wrong, Danielle, and this and that and the other. That's okay. It's okay, you're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you. And people will love your work, or they won't love your work. What you have to learn in this industry as a medium is that some people will like us and some people will not. Some people will really like our work, other people will not. And that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You cannot please everybody in the mediumship movement. All you have to do is comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your mediumship, accept and understand that sometimes you won't get it right, accept and understand that you're learning and growing, and that by getting it wrong, your mediumship will evolve and grow because of that. And also your development will steadily get deeper because of that as well. So my advice to people out there is, get it wrong. Because as much as you're getting it right, you need to be getting it wrong, and also basically in order to learn. So I've been Danielle, better known as Danielle, Happy Medium. I hope you're well. I was here the other day doing a live stream. I will be back next week for another one for you lovely lot out there on YouTube. Please do like, share and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you all very, very soon.